Hey there. Um, it's been, I don't know how long since I posted, but I feel like it's time to rebrand my channel or reboot because I actually got fired from my job last week. This whole week, I have been not really doing anything, and honestly, I don't feel too bad about it because I was not happy at my job. And now I have time to focus on writing, to read more. I'm gonna commit to limiting my screen time. I've started doing yoga for an hour a day, every day, which feels great. And I have a project that I am very excited about. It is a horror retelling of A Midsummer Night's Dream, and I'm going to show you the books I'm reading to prepare for that, and I'm going to be giving you some regular updates on my progress. So, wish me luck, and good seeing you. So, these are some of the books I'm going to be reading to give me some inspiration and put me in the right frame of mind while I work on this new project, this novel. Obviously, I have A Midsummer Night's Dream, the No Fear Shakespeare edition from SparkNotes. I've got some Neil Gaiman, The Ocean at the End of the Lane, which I read during a trip to England a few years ago. I'm going to reread it. The Doll's House, Volume 2 of The Sandman, and Volume 3 of The Sandman, Dream Country. This has a retelling of A Midsummer Night's Dream as part of it. I love Neil Gaiman. He's the kind of vibe he has is the one I've always been influenced by. I also have The Corn Maiden by Joyce Carol Oates. I've only read two Joyce Carol Oates books. This is the first one I've read in a while, but it's a folk horror, and I've always liked folk horror. Mine has folk horror elements in it. I have Mexican Gothic, which I actually just finished reading, and I'm actually surprised how much I liked it. It's very well written, and it is a little slow in the first half, but the language is beautiful, and Moreno Garcia is obviously a very talented writer. I can understand why this one was so popular. Next, we have If We Were Villains, which is a Shakespeare-influenced dark academia mystery, and I'm seeing how another author incorporates Shakespeare into a dark story. Next, The Ruins by Scott Smith, kind of a pulpy horror novel that I actually attempted to read last year. I'm going to try to get into it again. It deals with its horror out in the wilderness. Love in Idleness by Amanda Craig. This is more of a romance comedy retelling of A Midsummer Night's Dream. Not really what I'm working on, but I want to see how someone else reworks the story so I can get a feel for it. And here is my very messy desk, and I have actually already started started writing some of What Dreams Are Made Of. That's the tentative title for my book. And so this is just a prologue. It's short, but okay, I've already started working on it. So, yeah, that's it for now, guys. Wish me luck. Here is where I do my writing. I like to write in spiral notebooks, not on the computer because I get distracted too easily. Pens. Now, I started off doing chapter summaries, kind of long form on sheets of paper, but then I switched to note cards. I just write little quick few sentence summaries, ideas for scenes, and this is I find it's easier to get my ideas out when I do this, and also if I want to switch scenes around, it's much more convenient and much easier. And these are character charts. These got some pretty basic information about the characters, likes, dislikes, the relationships with the other characters in the story. And I don't like to do a lot of pre-planning when it comes to writing. George R. R. Martin has a quote: "Some writers are architects. They plan everything out before they hammer in a nail. Some writers are gardeners. They plant a seed and watch it grow." I think of myself as like a greenhouse writer. I give myself a framework, then I plant things inside and just prune to try to get everything to fit. So it's still October, and I'm gonna try to. I mean, I should have all this ready in time for NaNoWriMo. I feel like maybe that's you know, that's the best thing to do. I really want to make sure I'm as prepared as I can be, but not prepared, but not too prepared. I don't like to give myself too much of a too much of a cage. Don't want the limits to be too strict because that's not good for creativity. Okay, so I have not been recording very much. Um, it is almost 2 weeks into NaNoWriMo, and I have only written about 5,000 words, which is nowhere near where I should be at this point. I am probably, in fact, I am most definitely not going to make the 50,000 words in a month goal, but it does still feel good to be writing. I feel, uh, I haven't been this committed to writing in a while, and it feels good. It feels like I'm home again. It feels like I'm getting back to myself. I'm getting back to what I was passionate about, even if I don't always enjoy writing, even if it is hard. It's what I do, and it's what makes me feel like who I am. And I'm starting to feel more true to myself. And I have been reading. Um, I finished The Ruins by Scott Smith. I really like this. I was just like for the last quarter of this book, I was just devouring it, spending all day reading. I just love how hopeless the character's situation is, and it's so raw, and it is scary. It's almost like Lovecraftian in a sense. It's like almost got this. It's this existential dread that there's no hope for the characters, and yeah, it was great. There's a movie. I don't know if I'll be watching it though. But, yeah, so that's where I'm gonna end this video. I have not felt good in the last couple of weeks, to be honest. I just feel so tired all the time. Um, I might have narcolepsy. I'm not sure. As soon as I get insurance, I'll see a doctor about it. But thanks for watching. Bye.